guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demo for the Dark Matter Stack by Melt Cosmetics. I know it's been super talked about, so I just wanted to do my personal review and what I thought about the stacks. I did only get the Dark Matter Stack. I'll explain why I only got the Dark Matter Stack, and I'll probably help you decide which one to get if you haven't gotten it. So yeah, let's start off with the packaging. So here's the packaging that it came in. It's this cool looking black box with bright green paper on the inside. And then I also got like this postcard sized picture with the Lovesick stack colors. And the packaging is awesome. Like, can we just take a second to appreciate the packaging, because this thing is bad to the bone. I seriously loved it. I love this like cursive bold writing, and I always love a pop of something. So I love this pop of green color. I love the packaging. So inside the big package came this little package with the Dark Matter Stack, and this packaging is awesome as well. It's like in a small little black box. It says Melt, which is the name brand of the cosmetics. And then it has Melt Dark Matter writing. And it's also in black, but you guys can see that like cursive, that shiny cursive writing. It's so cool. So I'll open it up. And inside is the Dark Matter Stack. They're pretty big. And let me just tell you how cool these are. They're magnetic eyeshadows. Like, they're stacked magnetic eyeshadows. Like, I thought that was the coolest thing when I first saw them coming out. I'm like, are you serious? Like, that is so creative. I think they came out with such a creative, like, legit product. Because, like, this, if it was like in a palette or something, like, it would take up so much space. So the fact that it's nice and small and it's magnetic, like, awesome. One of the other things that I really did like about it is that it does include a little mirror in it. This could be used for, like, if you're in the car, you need to do your makeup, just, you know, start doing it, and you have like a mirror in the eyeshadows that you're going to be using. So I thought that was very smart, very thought of, and super convenient. The first eyeshadow in the stack is Blur, then Unseen, Enigma, and Dark Matter, and I will be giving a more detailed description of these further on in the video. Okay, so the reason that I ended up getting the Dark Matter Stack over the Lovesick one, and personally I love color. I love color. But I wanted to get something that I would definitely use because it wasn't cheap, that would be convenient, and that I would definitely get my money's worth from. So I got the Dark Matter Stack because it has colors that I would definitely use for like every day, or in any eyeshadow look that any makeup look that I will do. I will definitely use one of these. And let me tell you the reason for each one of these eyeshadows and the use of it. Blur is exactly what it says. It's going to get rid of the harsh lines and blur them away to make them look super seamless. So whenever you have a harsh eyeshadow, a harsh line, or if it's even a little bit too dark, then you just would go over the harsh line or the dark eyeshadow with Blur. And since it is a skin tone color, it's going to blend it and blur it away without adding like a crazy color. So normally what I have been using instead of Blur has been my Studio Fix from MAC, because it's the same skin tone as me. So when I use it as kind of like an eraser for the harsh lines, it's going to match me. It's not going to add a crazy color. Blur is very usable for anybody, but if you do have like really dark skin tone, it might look a little bit ashy. So if you guys use it and it looks too ashy, then it probably won't work for you. So what I would recommend doing is getting like a powder that's a little bit lighter and just using that as the eraser eyeshadow. If you don't have this stack or an eyeshadow to do that, you don't have to have an eyeshadow for that. You can just go in with a clean brush and blend it all away. Okay, the next eyeshadow is called Unseen, and Unseen is like your typical transition color, and this one is like exactly the same as a transition color should be. It's like a very warm brown kind of color. It's very similar to the ones that I was already using. Like this one is Saddle from MAC. I know a lot of other people use, let's see, they use Soft Brown. Here you can see the similarities between the transition color I already use, which is Saddle on the left, and then Unseen is on the right by Melt. I have a darker skin tone, so this might be a little bit dark for someone who has a lighter skin tone than myself. And it's to help other eyeshadows blend into that color, to help it look a lot more seamless, to help the whole eyeshadow look a lot seamless. So the other eyeshadows will blend into this color. The next eyeshadow we have is Enigma, and Enigma is like the pop of color in this whole stack. So that's how I take this. This is all my take on it. So it's all of my opinions, what I think, the uses of it for just whatever I think. So I would definitely use this for like a pop of color. You can use it on the lower lash line as a pop of color. You can use it in your tear ducts as a pop of color. You can use it all over your lid and smoke it out and have like a burgundy, like brownish red smoky eye. So yeah, this is Enigma. And Dark Matter is that just typical black color that comes in like palettes. I think of this stack as like a little mini palette with like awesome colors that I would typically use like for an everyday basis. It's got the transition color, the blur color to help everything be nice and seamless. It's got the pop of color, and it's got your matte black that you can definitely use for eyeliner. This would be great for a smoky eye, whatever you want, just to define the outer corners, whatever, to tight line. This would be perfect. You could use the black eyeshadow for a lot of things. So I did hear that it was a lot darker than the Corrupt one. So that's definitely one of the reasons that I did want to check it out, because I wanted to see if it was true. I saw pictures and things like that. So I swatched it. So I want to show you guys a swatch compared to the Makeup Geek Corrupt one, because if you guys have heard anything about Makeup Geek eyeshadows, is that the Corrupt one is like as black as night, and I heard that it was darker than the Corrupt one, so I was like, no way, that one's like the blackest one on the market. So I had to see for myself. One of the other reasons that I wanted to check out this palette. So I want to show you guys the swatch. Okay, so I have the Dark Matter eyeshadow from Melt, and I'm just swatching that with my pinky, and I've already swatched it once, and that's my second swatch. And now a third one. Okay, now I'm taking my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in Corrupt, and I did clean my pinky because all the rest of my other fingers were used up from the other swatches. So here's my first swatch of Corrupt, and now my second swatch. And you guys can see, even just with 2 swatches, I swatched the other one 3 times, and this one with 2 beats it 10 times. One, I do travel a lot. My husband's actually a worship leader, so we're blessed to be able to travel a lot and go to different churches, and he'll lead worship and stuff like that. So throughout the year, we do a lot of traveling, a lot of missions trips, church events, things like that. So we're always on the go, always. So I definitely thought that like this magnetic stack was awesome, because I'm like, it's super small, it's convenient, I can put it even in my purse. And these are like 5 eyeshadows, rather than getting like a little quad thing at MAC where it's like 4 little eyeshadows and then it's like a big old square. This is a lot smaller and a lot more convenient for me. Now I do wonder if it is going to like stay. Maybe I'll probably have to put it back in this box. If I put it in my purse, like since they're only magnet and they don't have like a clip to like secure them, then it'll probably like come off and then like it'll get all scratched up and whatever. Okay, so another reason why I love these eyeshadow stacks is because of the way that they can be adjusted. Like, not only are they magnetic, but they can also be kind of moved around in certain ways. This is one of them. So I like to kind of view this as, like I said before, a palette. And like if you're doing your eyeshadow, you can just open all of them up like this, so you don't have to keep like opening each one. So you can hold it like this and just kind of go like that from there. So that's another reason why I actually do love these stacks, is just their portability, the way that they can be moved around. I think it's pretty cool. The size of this one, it holds 0.125 ounces, and this one is 0.64. This one's like the typical size of eyeshadows, and one like for this size at MAC is I think $15, and this one that has a lot more in it is I think it goes for $12. So that's a steal. The thing that I kind of didn't like about them is, I mean, I love the thinking behind it being magnetic, but sometimes, like, when I was, like, trying to move them around like this, they would kind of fall, and they weren't as, like, stable. But not only that, but when they're, like, when you're sliding them in, sometimes, like, the eyeshadow on top will kind of mark it a little bit and, you know, make a line in it. Another thing that kind of bugged me a little bit was that, like, if I had anything that was magnet next to me and I'm like put it down, anything that's magnet does get attached to this, so that was kind of annoying. I love the magnets. I love the portability of it. I love the small size that it can be turned into. It's travel friendly. We'll see how it goes when I travel. Hopefully these don't go all over the place, but overall I love the eyeshadow stacks. I really do. I think they're very well thought of, very convenient. It's just the way to go. I think that